Today we are doing a Costco Healthy Foods shopping tour. Make sure to follow along all the way to the end as I explain a lot of the fun details. And we're going to be going over some of the major food groups that you buy foods for. And I'm going to give you some tips and hints as we go along. Stay tuned. Before we enter the actual store, there's one thing I want to point out. Your journey begins when you get here. As you can see, I'm parked way the heck out in the middle of no man's land. Costco is actually right over there. And I'm here on a Saturday, which is the worst day you can go to Costco, unless you're a fitness freak like I am. I suggest don't get stressed and don't get anxiety when you first come to Costco about trying to get a parking spot right next to the entrance. Never do that. I don't care if it's a Tuesday afternoon, 2 o'clock. Always park as far from the entrance as you can, because then you can get some additional walking distance, more exercise, more burned calories, and lots of fun. And secondly, you see this right here? This is a carriage here for the cart, which you push to your car and you empty when you get here, and then a good Samaritan puts their buggy back in there. A bad Samaritan just leaves their buggy laying in the parking lot. Don't be one of those idiots. Put your cart away, and then when you park far from Costco, you can strategically try to find a place close to that corral right there if you want to, or you can park far from that too and push it too, because you're gonna burn additional calories. That's where your journey actually starts in Costco. Remember, we're going in there to shop for healthy food, so that means you want to live a healthy lifestyle. So take advantage of every break you can, and that's a great way to get some additional movement into your day and to do a good act at the same time. Now, let's go into the store. Another thing I like to mention when you go to Costco is you can't always take into consideration you're going to get a good sized box upon leaving, and they do a really good job of packing usually, but I like to bring reusable bags with me. I got 3 whopping sized bags right here. So my suggestion is get yourself some reusable bags, and you can stock these things up as tightly as you can upon leaving, and be courteous to the workers too and help them package your items. And then any overspray or any kind of extra stuff you have, you can always just put in a box at that point. But reusable bags are the ticket. You can get them anywhere. On Amazon, a lot of companies just give them away too at different events. So that's my next tip. One of the items on my list was beef jerky. Now, I've gotten beef jerky before at Costco that was clean and had no hormones or antibiotics or any kind of artificial crap in it. And I looked at this whole entire rack, and I'm showing it to you right now, of all the different beef jerkies. That company right there, Nature's Archer, that's a clean one, but that wasn't beef jerky. It was a different type of product. It wasn't what I was looking for. I like to put beef jerky in my salads and use it as a source of protein with vegetables, heavy meals, and just have it on my person sometimes when I do long hikes and stuff. And I literally went through and I found some of these that gave me some smoke and mirrors on the front. No artificial ingredients, gluten-free, natural wood smoked. I pick up another one right here, I'll show you. It says 0 sugar and gluten-free again, no MSG, no nitrates. But the thing is, none of these packages said hormone and antibiotic free. Plus, I saw the ingredient label up here, and there was soy products, there was added sugar, and there was added junk in there. So be very careful when you're buying beef jerky and animal-based products, and make sure that they're clean and they don't have any hormones or antibiotics. I'm going to talk about that later, and any kind of junk in them. Must do a quick coaching moment here. As you can see, they have sauerkraut in these huge containers, which is a very good price too, $8.89 only for that humongous container. I often see containers half this size for that same exact price. And on the complete opposite side of this aisle, they have kimchi as well. So remember, probiotic foods are really good for gut health, and they're very alkaline as well. And underneath it, I want to go back to healthy meats and what to look for. This is a company called TWR, Teton Waters Ranch. And see this? Just the facts about the cattle. Grain-fed, no hormones or antibiotics, and treated with care. Hopefully that's not too blurry for you. And allowed to behave naturally. That's a cool one. And then over here you see know this and know that. And that's what you want to look for when you're looking at meats. You want to look for a facts label such as that one. This is uncured Polish sausage. Okay, I just exited one of my favorite sections of Costco, which is the produce section. I just want to do a quick 411. This right here is one of my favorite things in the whole store. Organic baby spinach. This entire package, $3.89. I normally get packages like this at other health food stores back home that are half this size for like $4.99. Huge bargain. This is the best salsa I've ever had in my life. Santa Barbara Organic Mango Peach. I highly suggest getting some of this. They have Kirkland brand organic hummus, roasted pine nut, which is my favorite hummus right there. They also have these amazing salad blends. This one's Chipotle Ranch, it's a new one, and this is Sweet Kale, which is another one of my favorites. This company, Eat Smart, is really good. They're clean and legit, and they don't have any pesticides or chemicals on their greens. So I would suggest looking at those. And in addition to that, in the produce section, you're going to find organic cucumbers, broccoli, grapes, other types of produce, all types of different fruits and berries and things like that. You just have to open your eyes and look for them, and they're all adequately priced as well. Okay, let's move on. Just want to bring something to your attention quick. Jen, my significant other, does not eat meat. I don't mind it, but she does not eat meat. And we like to get these Impossible chicken nuggets right here, which they have in the frozen section. And down yonder, down that way farther, they've got Impossible burgers, and I snagged both. And I actually love the Impossible burgers because they taste as close to a real burger as I think I've ever had. And I think Beyond is pretty much close to the same. But at Costco here, they have the Impossible burgers, and they're way cheaper than when you buy them in a regular conventional grocery store. So make sure to refer to the frozen section if you are on a plant-based diet, and look for both the chicken nuggets and the burgers. Okay, I'm now in the dairy section, and I like to walk into the dairy section instead of going through the doors on the outside aisles, because you get a nice biohack in here because it's so cold, especially when you're wearing a muscle shirt like I am right now. So some of the things I like to get in here are Greek yogurt, Kirkland brand. Make sure it says hormone antibiotic free, which this does. I get hormone antibiotic free cottage cheese. I get eggs in here, which are also hormone antibiotic free. In fact, I'll show you this one. This is Kirkland brand, and it's organic. Hard-boiled eggs. They make really good sources of quick protein when you're at home making salads, or if you just need a quick hit of something nutritious like hard-boiled eggs. And I'll also sometimes get some cheese in here. I don't eat regular cheese very often. I like plant-based cheese, and they have yet to start picking that up. But in the event they ever do, I will keep you posted on that. My suggestion is head into the dairy section, get some cold air on your body, and buy some of these nutritious dairy products. I want to take a quick moment to expand on egg hunting a little bit more. This is from, hopefully that glare isn't killing you, a good company, quality, called Oakdale Egg Farms. I particularly like the extra large brown eggs for some reason. I got an affinity for those years ago. And I look for companies that have omega-3 in them, which it says right there. And also you'll see vegetarian fed, no hormones or antibiotics, excellent source of vitamin D and E, which eggs basically have. And they have all these different labels and symbols down here. And from our home family, it says right there. We want to believe that's the case, and I do believe they are a legit company. But these are some of the main bells and whistles you want to do when you're hunting for eggs. And secondly, you want to open the container and actually look at them and notice something about these. You notice, I'm trying to get this box set up properly. Notice the different colors. See, we have like a brown, dark brown, dark brown. This one's light, this one's light. That one's darker. These are light as well. That's a good sign that the eggs aren't being painted, or yes, that's true, painted, or being fluffed up a little bit to make them look more appealing than normal. So if your eggs have a little bit of a discoloration, that's a good thing. And also, these are not all exactly the same size. You can't tell by the video, but I'm looking at them in person. And if your eggs have different sizes to them, that's a good sign too. And that shows that they haven't been doctored and they haven't been fudged with too much. So Oakdale Egg Farms is a good quality company. You can find these at Costco. This is a 24 pack. These are $6.19. I have seen a dozen eggs before at other health food stores and regular stores. They're like $7.99 a piece. That's just egregious. Go to Costco and get your eggs there. Okay, here's another learning moment for you. I'm over in the frozen section again, over where the fish and shrimp and everything is, and I really like these cold, wild-caught salmon fillets that they have here. Now notice this one, read this when you come in. It says wild-caught salmon, and next to it, in this blue wrapper, it's going to say farm-raised salmon. You want to avoid this and get this, because Atlantic salmon, as it's called, actually it's not Atlantic, it's farm-raised, is usually higher in mercury and other types of toxins and stuff which you don't want swimming around in your body. Salmon in and of itself is high in omega-3 fatty acids, and it's also a good source of protein. But you always want to get wild caught, and I got this one right here. Sockeye, wild caught Alaskan sockeye salmon. That's your learning lesson when it comes to salmon and fish. Okay, I've landed in the healthy treat aisle, and I always scan these aisles at Costco for healthy keto treats or low sugar ones. This company is called Chalk XO. They're fantastic. I've had some of their stuff in the past, and sometimes Costco has these types of things available and sometimes they don't, our Costco at least. This is a dark chocolate lemon cream cup. I'm really excited about these. I've never had them before. Can't wait to try them. No artificial sweeteners, 4 grams of sugar per cup, and USDA organic. And also, I might add, they have another company called JoJo's. This is a local company in Utah here. These are also organic, dark chocolate peanut butter filled bars. I've never had these or seen them before. They have 6 grams of sugar. I'm gonna get these as well. just for fun. And if I keep going down the line, they have dark chocolate bars as well by JoJo's. If you do have a sweet tooth like I do and my significant other Jen, we like to get things like this, and we just have like one at a time with our dinner, or we'll have one with our first meal of the day or something along those lines, or we take them hiking with us too. Just know that you can find stuff like this at your local Costco too. It does depend on where you live, because all Costco's tend to be different, and they have regional different items available. But if you do have a sweet tooth, just know that you can find cool things like this. You just have to look for them, and you have to find them. Costco also comes equipped with a ton of different supplements in this section here, one of which is protein powder, and I want to do a quick tutorial on this. This is a great company called Orgain. This is an organic protein powder. This has 50 superfoods in it, and it's also plant-based as well. And then you have a company like this, which I'm not going to mention the name, and it says Clear Whey Isolate Lemonade. You'll see it says 80 calories, sugar-free, 20 grams of protein. Your mind would think, oh, that's healthy, that's good, I'm just going to grab it. But what I want you to do is focus on the ingredient label. So you've got hydrolyzed whey protein, natural and artificial flavor, no good. Sucralose, artificial sweetener. Aspartame potassium, artificial sweetener. So this has 2 forms of artificial sweetener on it, and nowhere does it say antibiotic free or RBST free or anything like that, or hormone antibiotic free. And when you're getting a protein powder, that's what you want to get. No hormones, no antibiotics, and something that's clean and as close to Mother Nature as possible. And that does not stack up, that one. Always go to the ingredient label and look for that. And they also have these drinkable ones over here too. That company right there is no good because they have artificial sweeteners and colors. I do believe Orgain has one. Actually, I'm going to move down a little bit farther. I think I see it. Okay, so you have these too. See the box? These have drinkable containers in them, aseptic containers. Right there, chocolate, 30 grams of protein. Orgain protein shake. That one is legit and clean. So look for something like this, and don't go for the trap of what it says on the front of the package. Always refer to the back and look at the ingredient label. That is something you should take to the bank, my friend. And since we're talking about supplements and protein powders, let's talk about nutrition bars. Luna, clean company. Cliff, clean company. Cliff Builders are good bars as well. And a lot of people have an issue with Cliff because they say they're high in sugar and they have not high fructose corn syrup, some kind of sweetener in them. I forget what it is, glucose syrup or something along those lines. But I'll tell you this much. A Cliff bar is going to exceed one of these ones over here. I'm not going to mention names again, but these ones over here tend to have artificial sweeteners in them, and they use hormone antibiotic. They don't use hormone antibiotic-free whey protein in them. They use regular cows that were treated with hormones antibiotics, and you always want to be careful of that. This Think company is really good, high protein. I think I'm going to snag some of those actually. This IQ bar, very healthy and clean. And then Kirkland themselves have some rather clean products. Most of their stuff you're going to have to read the labels for to make sure, but I do believe that these bars are healthy. So if you're looking for nutrition bars, just know that you have them at Costco, and read your ingredient label and get the right ones. Okay, I'm forced to do a clip on dried fruit. A lot of you like to use dried fruit as snacks. You put them in salads, you give them to your kids and all these other things. I want you to pay attention to this. We have organic sun-dried figs right here, which I get these often, and they're fantastic and they're very delicious. Then we've got something that says probiotic apricots, but look at how bright that color is right there. And then they try to fool you by saying probiotic cultures, 3 grams of fiber, no added sugar. But when I flip the ingredient label around, it's sitting right there. Dried apricots, sulfur dioxide. That is a poisonous, noxious, toxic ingredient that gives them their bright orange hue. Now, granted, these are just painted on here like this, but if you open this package and look at them, they're going to be super bright orange, and your apricots should not look like that. They should be dark brown. Then we go right up the aisle here, and we have organic dates. Just know you've got good options here with these dates. You have bad options here with these apricots, and you have good options here with these figs, and I think I'm going to grab a package of these babies. We're up to my find of the day, and here it is. Organic apple cider vinegar, raw and unfiltered. I am super excited about this. It's a 3-pack for like $8.99, and these are in glass bottles too, which I always tell people, never buy apple cider vinegar in plastic, always go for glass. Look around, and you're gonna find gems just like this in your local Costco as well. So that right there is my find of the day. Maybe I should add a little more context too, and give you another coaching moment. Apple cider vinegar is very good for the body. It's a powerful antioxidant. It is alkaline. It's very good for gut health. And it also stabilizes your appetite if you drink it with water before a meal. And lastly, make sure to check my video out on the use of my apple cider vinegar with oatmeal. I blend it in there, and anytime you have any kind of carbohydrate food or meal that's high in carbs, if you add apple cider vinegar, have it beforehand, it helps lower the blood sugar spiking effect of the carbohydrates. So that's a smoking gun tip for you right here in the aisles of Costco. Okay, I have walked out to my car, and this is everything that I have. I've got a full buggy, as you can see. Lots of things in there. It's all gonna fit in there perfectly. Nice and empty for good stacking. This whole entire cart right here came out to $452 and some change. Give or take, this should last us about a month, which I think is a pretty good bargain for 2 people. If you obviously have more people in your family, your price is probably gonna be more because you might have double this. However, just know that you can find lots of healthy things in Costco, and the amount of money you're gonna pay once is going to balance out in the end. So know that you can find healthy things there, and you could actually save money in the long run. That's the key. And there we go, all packed up and ready to go. Look at that. Doesn't get any better than that. Now it's time to put this over there in the corral. Remember to always put your buggy away and don't leave it alienated. Wow, that was so much fun. Thanks for joining me on this adventure today at Costco. And as usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up. And just know that I always have your best interest in mind, and I want to give you good quality information that can help you live a healthier, happier, and more meaningful life. And I want to try to get you out of physical and mental pain at all times. And by taking some of the guesswork out of your Costco shopping trip, hopefully that'll also take away some of the mental pain and strife that you may encounter. We don't want any stress. We don't want any anxiety. We want to live through life as free of obstacles as possible. So make sure to stay locked on my channel for more content like this. Make sure to like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And I might add, I walked 3.3 miles today coming to Costco, in and out, and coming out to here. You can get an abundance of exercise as well. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Till next time.